Welcome to a new season of Rugby AM here on Premier Sports with ourselves, Rugby AM. We are coming live tonight from the Salford Red Devils AJ Bell Stadium. 2014 wasn't a great year for the Red Devils, but after a strong winter of investment from the good doctor, there's a real buzz about the place. Tonight is our first show of the season, and we bring you a live product to get you all excited for the new series.
Welcome everybody to Rugby AM. I'm Lauren Walker. I'm going to introduce you to our panel tonight. We've got the amazing Dr. Marwan Kukash on the end over here.
Hello, how are you?
On the opposite side of the table, he's growing his beard back now. We've got Danny Kermond.
Hi Lauren, hi.
JJB. And our definite host with the most, it's Alex Simmons.
Yeah. We've also got, we've got Marwan Kukash, but for Rugby AM, we've also got the real Marwan Kukash in the place tonight. Where's our Marwan Kukash? Marwan Kukash, where are you?
Stop it! I bloody love Salford! I bloody love you! Where's Nigel Wood, baby? Where's Nigel? Where's Monday, baby? Monday, baby! I bloody love you, Salford! I'm bloody king of the bloody now! Me! Nigel! Love you, Monday, baby! Is this imposter? Oh, that come on, reply to me, you idiot. JJB, love you. Lola, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Simmer, looking dapper. Marwan, imposter, imposter. Good to see you, my man.
Who is the real Marwan Kukash? I'm a bit confused.
Well, we've got two Marwans on stage, and I think there's only one way to find out. We need to have a little bit of a question and answer to see who is the real Marwan tonight. To start the show, who is the real Marwan? Kermo, Jonesy, we've got one question each, and we will determine who is the real Marwan tonight. Jonesy, do you want to go first?
I've always been intrigued at Marwan's enthusiasm for horses and rugby league players, and I want to know, if you're the real Marwan, will you tell me which player you last named a horse after?
That's easy, JJB. It's bloody Rangi Chase. Monday loves Rangi Chase. Bloody brilliant. Every club wants a Rangi Chase.
Marwan number two, what do you say?
Rangi Chess.
Right, well, I need to know, because I've known you for a little while, but I don't know you that well. And I want to know, Marwans, who is your best mate in the world?
It's Nigel Wood.
Nigel Wood knows nothing about rugby league. Absolutely nothing. Nigel Wood, baby.
I've got a question for you then. You've obviously been very successful in your life. I want to know how much you worth.
£250 million in debt.
Bloody billions. Ask our Monday, baby. She got the bloody credit card on Monday, baby. Can't get it back.
Kermo, you got one question?
Yeah, Marwan's obviously have built a great crop of players here at Salford. Who is your favourite rugby league player?
It's that guy who keeps turning me down and who plays for Wakefield. It's Danny Kermond.
Exactly, baby. Absolutely stupid. Doesn't reply to texts. Danny Kermond reply. You're the king.
Well, I'm still none the wiser about yourself.
I think there's only one way we can actually find out who the real Marwan is. I think we've got to ask Mandy, the wife.
Mandy, the wife. Mandy, please tell us, who is the real Marwan tonight?
Definitely the handsome devil on the end.
Yay! Right, it's been a good pre-season. Wagger, you love the Dupe League. Dupe League has turned you into a star, mate.
I don't know about Star Simone, but all the goat is coming off. Like Jonesy and yourself said, rugby league's a great sport. Like Mal said, best game of all, and just a bit of rugby league banter in it brings the characters out, and enjoyed it, mate.
Now, I'd like every single person to give Wagger and Kim a big round of applause. She's going to drop within a week their first child, little Wagger Taurus, on the way.
You tell us, how's your stardom in Duke League affected you as a captain when you try and give team talks?
Well, captain at Dewsbury now, and like Jonesy, you spoke up before, everyone took grass, I just wanted to play rugby. I speak, and the lads just laugh at me, so I've told Morrow to sack me as captain just because they don't take me serious.
I wonder why.
And they always give me banter, say all I ever do is tweet Super League stars. But I love the boys at Dewsbury and Morrow, so big shout out to Dewsbury Rams. I've finally mentioned you on Rugby AM.
Hey! In all seriousness, it's a great year for Rugby League, and finally, teams in the Championship can be promoted to Super League. Has that changed your mentality for you guys at Dewsbury?
Yeah, you've got to step the training up, and as a club we sat down and said, how do we go with the full-time clubs like your London, your Bradford, your Lee have gone full-time. It's tough, but we're still training 3 times a week. Everyone's got jobs. We're just looking to really have a good dig, and it's going to be a real good competition this year, and I'm looking forward to it.
I just can't take it serious wearing that. Sorry, I didn't even listen to any of that.
That glue didn't work.
No. We're trying to glue it in the disabled toilet. It just gets better. Kermo, it's been a mad off-season because you are officially married to a girl who's far too good for you.
That's the thing with us rugby lads, Timo. The majority of us are batting over as it's official.
100% with you, mate. How does it feel to be a married man?
I didn't think it had changed much, but it has, yeah.
Honestly?
She's brought the whip out. My Call of Duty time's really down. I'm doing a few more chores, looking after the dogs a bit more. It's taking its toll, Timo.
And how's Wakefield looking? Because you have been tipped as the Wooden Spooners. Everyone's saying Wakefield for 12th place. How does that make you feel as the captain?
It don't bother me really. It's the same every year. We're always underdogs and we quite like it really. No one likes coming to Wakefield, getting a little changing room there, and it's an hard place to come. Any team will tell you that, and we're confident that we'll not be 12th at end of season. Gary Schofield, people like that. Who cares?
Gary Schofield. Gary Schofield's your new best mate, I've been told.
I didn't know who he was. He kept tweeting and telling me he's a legend and so on. So yeah, I know who he is now.
You had a bit of a debate. He said you finish outside the top 8. Yeah. He said that. Where do you think Salford are going to finish, Marwan?
Well, the way we finished the season, the back end of last year season, we finished very strongly. And look, if you repeat that kind of performance right across this season, and with the additions of the new boys that we brought in, Dubbo is good signing. You're talking about Haraki, you're talking about Bishop coming in, some of the younger boys, stepping in. We have a solid chance of being in the top 8. And honestly, when you look at the teams this year, and most of the teams are stronger than, I'm talking about the teams that finished in outside the top 8 last year. Most of them are stronger than last year. And for me, although there are 12 teams in the competition next year, I think the 12 teams are all capable of being in the top 8. And we were having this chat before Dan, and it's absolutely ridiculous for anybody to write anybody off now from being able to finish in the top 8. In actual fact, I think there's only 2 teams you could say probably guaranteed a place in the top 4, and a host of other teams could be there as well.
It's definitely going to be an exciting season. Jonesy, a Super League trophy is there right in front of us. You haven't seen it for a while. Are you missing it?
I am missing it. It always hurts when it's over here in Lancashire, and especially when it's got a little bit of red and white. But I thought the grand final last year was fantastic, and that was a really good spectacle. Had a little bit of everything. And St Helens in particular, I think they found a way to win. It was a real fairy tale story for them. struggled with halfbacks for a lot of the season.
Matt Flanagan's the best halfback in Super League.
So
Do you not know anything?
Yeah, boring Matt Flanagan, that's what he says. And yeah, and obviously lost Lance Wyatt early on, controversially, and they still went on to win. I think that just shows the strength of character of the St Helens. They earned that trophy, they finished top, they did really well, and they deserve to be called champions. Right,
let me say it's great to be back. It's a new season, 2015. We've got some great shows and great guests lined up for tonight. We're going to link to a break right now, and after the break, we've got a section called What's Your Beef? Marwan's staying on the panel, and joining us is the one and only, the head of Super League, Mr. Blake Solly. Please join us after the break right here, Rugby AM.
G'day, mate. I'm loving life at Canberra, smashing it up. The Flying Josh Hudson, mate. A new technique, mate. Out to ad for you Aussie boys. This is the Flying Josh Hudson, mate. G'day, mate. Josh Hudson, number 9. G'day, mate. Blake Sully. 2015 New Era. Me and Woodsy, RFL taking over the world. 2 12s become 3 8s. Go down to 1 million game. Good day. Hey, Sheila. The middle 8 brings relegation and promotion back to the game, hey. Me and Big Nige were even taking Rugby League to Blackpool, mate. Tower Lounge. Place to bait. Australia.
Okay, I think it's time to get sensible now. After that, I'm sorry about that, Blake, but let's introduce the General Manager of Super League. It's Blake Solly.
It's a long time since I've used the word Sheila, I have to say, but it's good to see Wagger's brought that back up.
Blake, I'm afraid, mate, it's going to be all season now. He loved doing you. That's probably phrased pretty wrong. He loved it. He was in Dupley character, and I think you're going to be featuring heavily during the season because you have stepped into the spotlight in Rugby League. How have you found your new kind of role in front of the cameras, explaining this quite complicated change to most ordinary Rugby League fans?
I've enjoyed it, and in a lot of ways it's very easy because there's probably not too many more passionate people about Rugby League than I am. So in a lot of ways it's a dream job. It's talking about the game I love and talking about it passionately.
With this change of structure, was it your idea? Whose idea was it? Was it something that, because obviously it just came out and people said, right, it's structure changing. How, to most people, how does a change like that actually happen within the game? What's the process of the change?
I think it was, first of all, we realised that the licensing system wasn't working and that the sport needed to restore some sort of promotion relegation every year to bring back some life to the competition. And then we looked at a host of different models. We did a lot of research with KPMG and Leeds Met University. And in the end, it was a bit of a collective decision as to what the structure would look like. And then we took that to the clubs and the sponsors and the broadcasters, amended it slightly, and then in the end got it approved about 12 months ago.
Blake, how have you found the buy-in? I think any idea is only as good as the people that buy into it, so you need people to have the best idea in the world. If people don't buy into it and follow it, then it's not a good one, obviously. I think it's a great idea. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it pans out next year. But how have you found the Rugby League world in general buy into the new structure?
I think to start with, like any change, people are a bit wary of it, so it certainly got a lot of a kicking around and a bit of a testing, and certainly the clubs wanted to make sure that everything that we said we were going to do, we did. But once we started selling it harder last July and explaining the rationale better than we had before, I think people started to get behind it. They could see the opportunities it presented, and those people who in the past had been sceptical got behind it. And now, probably the last month, that's all people want to talk about is we can't wait for the season to start. This top 8's going to be fantastic, £1 million game, all those sorts of things that we knew would work. People now, they can start to see it in front of them, are loving it.
Something else I want to ask you about, we haven't got a right lot of time, but Marwan mentioned that a Nines, Nines Rugby League when he spoke to the crowd. I think a Nines had take this game a long way. I've recently been to America and I spoke to some people, some real pioneers in Rugby League there that are doing a fantastic job of growing our sport in the United States. But something they said was, when the Olympics came to Atlanta in particular, and the Americans saw soccer played at the Olympics, it just exploded, and soccer is one of the biggest games in the US now, believe it or not. I think if we had a nines, we could put it in the Olympics, or certainly apply to have it in the Olympics, and it give an opportunity to compete with the rugby sevens that people see, and put rugby league on a world stage. Is there any ever a chance of seeing some nines tournaments, i.e. the Millennium Weekend? That would be a fantastic venue and a place to have a nice tournament.
I think nines has got tremendous potential, there's no doubt about that. I know that the International Federation are really keen to push nines along. For me, I think in 2015 our priority was the World Club Series. We thought that was the event this year that we could turn some attention to and make bigger and better than it ever has before, and I think that was reflected in the sellout at St Helens this week. We've sold tickets at a record rate for that tournament, but nines has got huge potential, but for us this year the big one was the World Club Series.
Marwan, you're a big advocate of the nines. What do you love about it? So you go to Dubai a lot. Could you ever see like the kind of Dubai sevens kind of atmosphere working over here was something I know you're very keen on?
Well, I was chatting to some people back in Dubai about the sevens competition there, and they were telling me over the 3 days they had 180,000 people coming through the gates to watch the festival. Quite a lot of them were new to rugby. Yeah. So for me, Alliance competition will promote rugby league to the new audiences, you know, and we're all looking for new fans and so on. I passionately believe Alliance competition will take the game to the next level. The threat to our game, as I said earlier, is union, rugby union. They've got a number of products they can offer, whether it's a European Cup, you know, games and, you know, more internationals than we have. For us, the opportunity we have here is to have a nice competition. Blake, I know you probably disagree with me, but I would go as far as saying, let's dump the Magic Weekend and replace it with a nice competition. Not only for Super League clubs, but you could also include the top 4 from the championship. So you have it over 2 days where fans of all the 16 clubs will be involved in the festival of the 2 days.
You're right, I will disagree with you, Marwan. Look, I think Magic has its place in the calendar. I think nines
Let me entice you. I tell you what, I'll put £100,000 towards the prize fund.
Sounds more exciting, but...
and winner takes it all.
Look, I think Magic's growing into a great product, and I think having taken it to Etihad and got great results, last year was the most watched, most attended Magic of all time. I don't think it's right that we start to change course on it. I think too often the sport will change course when it hasn't given something a try. Magic's growing every year. The feedback from taking it to Newcastle has been brilliant. We've sold 30,000 tickets already. So I think nines has got a place in the calendar. I absolutely agree with you, Marwan, but I think at the moment, not at the expense of Magic.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So I've DJ'd all over, and Newcastle is one of the best cities for a night out ever. And I think it's great. Look at me, straight thinking of a night out. How bad's that? But yeah, I think it's great that people up there don't really get much rugby league, and we actually broadcast up there, so we know that there's a lot of fans up there who are interested in rugby league. Do you think it'll be a more successful product in Newcastle than it has been in Manchester, in the heartland? And what was the thinking behind going up there?
We were fortunate with when Etihad was unavailable because they're doing some renovations to the stadium at the end of their football season. We had a number of different venues come and approach us and wanted to host it. What was really impressive about Newcastle was the local authority support. The football club were very keen to host us. They gave us pretty much the run of the place. And also we're investing some money at grassroots level in Newcastle, so we could see that might have a legacy. Newcastle now merging with Newcastle Falcons also gave us an opportunity to grow the sport in the area, and we know from our past and our history up there that there is a market for rugby league in Newcastle.
Can I ask you, next season when the Etihad's available again, will you be staying in Newcastle?
We could do. We haven't decided that it's definitely going back to Etihad. We want to see how this year works. Certainly the early indication from ticket sales and the authority has been fantastic. So we just want the best venue for the best commercial rate for the event. So
I think Newcastle's a great place to have it. I think it helps Stanley Jean and what he's doing up there with Thunder, and Newcastle really buying into that. Steve McCormack did a great job with the internationals with Scotland, and it gives a closer venue for them Scottish people, new fans, to come and have a see our great game. And as you said, it's a chance to showcase it and grow it. I just wanted to ask you while we're here a little bit about salary cap. Obviously, getting money in the game is all about attracting new people, sponsors, fans. Now, Super League, in 1999, 1.6 million. All right, that's our salary cap. NRL, 1.3, so it's below ours. Aviva Premiership, 1.2, Rugby Union, below ours as well. Premiership's 5.1 now. NRL's 3.6, that's why we're seeing a lot of our better players going over there. And Super League's gone up just that £200,000. What are them two competitions doing better than us to grow their game so that they can pay that sort of money out?
Yeah, I think one of the absolutely justified criticisms of the sport over the last 10 years is it hasn't grown revenue quickly enough to keep pace with those other competitions, and that's one of the challenging parts of my role. I'd like to think that with the new TV deal, that's significantly increased the money going to clubs. We've got to build on the back of that now and make sure that we get more sponsors like First Utility, who've been fantastic for the competition, so that we can grow the amount of money that clubs have got to spend, and then they can have a better consideration as to whether or not they should raise the salary cap.
Just really short, really quick. The new Sky deal that you're talking about now, each team gets enough money to pay the full wage bill. I think they get more than 1.8. So does that mean that the team should have to spend the whole cap? They should have to spend the whole money, otherwise, where else is it going?
Yeah, I think this year's probably the only time in the time I've been in the sport that will get close to all 12 clubs spending their maximum on the salary cap. So in the past we've had a lot of clubs who weren't near it, but this year with obviously more money in the sport, pretty much every club is spending close to the salary cap.
Brilliant. I would just like to stop you there and thank you both for being on our panel so far. Now our new teammates.
Hi Rugby AM, my name is Ryan Briley, this is
Liam Kate,
and this is
Sam Barlow,
and we're Lee Centurion's teammates.
I'd have to say Sam Barlow.
Sam Barlow's a great trainer. He works
very good trainer, very good.
Works really hard, Sarsfield.
You've got to say Sarsfield.
Matt Sarsfield.
Matt Sarsfield just doesn't put it in at all.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Go on.
Either of them two, it's definitely not me.
Ollie Wilkes.
Ollie Wilkes, yeah. Teacher's pet.
You've got to say him.
Depends what you mean off salary cap.
You can take this one.
Fooey?
Yeah, it's Fooey. Can't stand Fooey. Get rid of Fooey.
I'll take this one. Right. You know when you've got a candle, right? You've got a candle, right? And you light it and it's melting. Basically, that's how I would describe Ollie Wilkes' body, like a melted candle. It is disgusting. It's a white melted candle. That's right.
Bag on, perfect.
Beatty.
What? No. Johnny Walker.
Sort.
For them who know Johnny, who've played with him, they'll know how nice looking he is and how well he keeps his feet in good condition.
Looks after his feet, yeah. Has loads of pedicures.
Yeah, probably Platty. Platty's started growing his hair. It's got really thick now, so it gets in car and he traps it in the door. It's really, really thick.
He has to wear an headband when he trains and tie up a top knot.
When he's there and that, yeah. Platty, he rates himself like. This man, got to be Liam, man.
Yeah,
Liam all day. They all love him.
Queuing up. In fact, they're queuing now, actually.
Well, we've had this discussion not so long ago. I went to Ibiza with Tom Armstrong, and basically he found it quite all right just to leave all his mates on a nice Ibiza holiday, just to chill out with these, I'd say probably 6 out of 10 birds, not fit at all. He just decided to just chill out with all them. So I've got to say Tom Armstrong.
Platty just rates him. Anything he does, Platty, he rates himself.
So much money as
Spends so much money on his clothes, but it's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Oh, terrible. Oh, wow. The Axe. Yeah, I don't know his proper name.
I'll say his proper name. Jamie Acton tells endless lies at this club.
Have you heard a true story from him?
Which true story have you heard from him?
Right. No.
Have you heard a true story from him?
Apparently, Tom Spencer told me, he said he took a couple of girls back to a bit of a party at his house. He told the girls he was on 100 grand. He said he played for Brisbane when he was younger. He used to be Arsenal's goalkeeper. He used to be Arsenal's goalkeeper.
And he used to run for England in the Olympics. This is 100% true what he has said.
And he had one professional fight in UFC. He's not.
No,
he's
not.
not.
It was 5-0. 5-0 he is.
He's never been at UFC in his life. He's not even been there.
If you watch him on pitch, he gets knocked out. He can't run. He can't tackle.
Pretty good player though.
Is it? Yeah. Basically, he's an absolute liability. Ryan Braley is very deceivingly strong. You know, that's why he scored 40 odd tries last year. He just bumped people off all the time. Yeah, just kept bumping over at fullback. I think he'd be closely followed by Greg McNally. He's very strong as well, even though he's got a dog's body, hasn't he? Very dog's body.
Not bad, just odd.
But I will say the hardest triceps in the team do have to go to Sam Barlow. Tell him about your triceps, Baz. How much do you train them?
That's all I do. Triceps.
Jamie Peacock here. All I've got to say is show me the money. Great testimonial so far. Big shout out to Sam Burgess, Adrian Morley. Thank you, boys. Jamie George Buchanan. Get that GoPro away from my face, or you're gonna get it. Leeds. Money. Lynchy, what are you doing, Lynchy? Cheers, JP. Andy Lynch here. I've had a great testimonial. Not quite as good as you, JP. Thanks for this bit of money, mate. I appreciate it. I know testimonials are meant to just go for a year. It's been a good 3-year stint. Not many more events left. I promise you that. There's not many more left and we can move on, I promise. Buy a shirt, though. Remember, always buy a shirt. Cash shop. Check online. Cash shirt.
Well, thanks again to Blake Solly for joining us. Now we're joined by some of the biggest names and biggest players in Super League. On the end there, we've got Mark Midicello, Adrian Morley, and I'm absolutely devastated because someone's actually got better hair than me on the panel. It's Earl Crabtree.
Earl, you've actually straightened your hair for tonight, mate.
No, I haven't. That's a
Is
total
it just
lie.
natural, is it?
Of course,
All
it's
natural?
naturally straight. By the way, that's the best reception I've ever had in Salford, by the way. So that's fabulous, by the way. I normally get heckled from behind the stands, which I expect this year. A few people saying they're going to kill me as well, which is standard. But I've met some lovely people tonight, so it's a great audience so far and a great turnout as well. So very well done, guys.
Fantastic turnout tonight. Minute, welcome again back to England. You came on for the World Cup in Italy and you liked it that much you've signed at Hull.
That's right, yeah. Totally enjoyed myself in the World Cup. Had some good fun with yourself. And so I've come and joined Hull and it's been great so far. I really enjoyed my time and just getting settled in and really looking forward to the season.
I saw you run out in the Hull derby and you went really well, scored a couple of meat pies. And you give the Kieran Dixon the feet. You put a lot of pressure on now. Everyone's talking about you as like a new try-scoring machine. Is try-scoring a big part of your game?
Everyone likes to score tries. But no, I just do what I can. I think it's the first time I've stood up at fullback and scored a try. So must be the cold weather over here, something.
Why Hull? Of all the teams you could have gone to. Obviously, you've been at Titans for a long time. Did you just fancy coming over here and giving it a go in Super League?
Yeah, I've always had some aspirations of coming over and testing myself over here in a new competition. So I just thought after 8 years at the Titans, it was time for a change, and you know, I thought the time was right, and Hull obviously gave me an opportunity, and you know, I didn't know too much about the club at the time, but I knew they were a very old club with proud history. So you know, they've done everything right so far, and I've really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to you know, put on the black and white and go out there in round one.
Got some decent back rows this year, obviously Gaz Ellis as well. I scouted you out, watched you score a couple of tries and thought, well, better be on my guard here, we play on. But I've played against you before, haven't I? Back in 1999, I think you come over with Aussie schoolboys. We played over at Widnes. And a big fight kicked off, Simon. I remember a back row. I can't remember.
You didn't have a fight.
No, well, listen, I'm going to get the video footage. And I'd been at this back row all game. And as soon as it kicked off, I flew over. And I was trying to remember today whether it was you or not. And I hope not, because whoever it was gave me a good hiding. But the funny thing about it was the day after, we watched the team video. And they were all saying, oh, wait for this old lady to come up pitch here. And what was only about here? It was only my nana come down from the stand onto the pitch, breaking everybody up while I'm getting
No way.
Yes. And I remember
actually throwing punches better than you were.
Yeah. do you remember that game?
I do remember it, yeah. It was a good, that was a good blue, that one.
Some good players, weren't there? Jamie Lyon, Bray Finasta.
We had a great team. I think probably 90% of that squad went on to play regular first grade. We had Mark Gasnier, Hodges, Corey Parker was in that squad, Tate, Lyon. Yeah, really good team.
Gone a long way. I'll never forget, it's not my home as well. I hate being away from home, getting nosebleed and I leave for too long. And we'd been away in camp and I was flying that motorway Chevrolet in the car with me as a teammate and we got pulled. I was going a little bit too quick. I remember the policeman saying, will you come and sit in my car? And does your wife want to come here? On about Chefs.
Oh, bless her.
A little bit odd. But I wanted to ask you, I spoke to Stanley Jean, read his book quite recently. Outstanding read if nobody's ever read it. And he talks about the old people and how passionate they are and how odd they can be as well. What's it been like living down there with the old fans?
Yeah, it's an experience. Coming from the Gold Coast, it's certainly different. But mate, I've quite enjoyed it. The fans are very passionate for both the teams there. You know, I experienced my first derby you know, a couple of weeks ago. I think we got 10,000 to a friendly, which you know, was very vocal. The atmosphere was great out there. It was you know, as good or if not better than playing in front of 20,000 back home. So you know, the fans are really supportive of our team, and you know, we've just got to perform on the field now and you know, give a bit back to their great support.
Also, you've played together before.
Yes.
You were at the Roosters. You were one of the first people to go over there and make a big success of it. And you look back in your career, and was that one of the highlights going to Australia? Because you went pretty young.
Yeah, I was 23 when I went over, and yeah, it was probably the highlight of my career, really going down under, and the fact that we made three grand finals really put me on the made me mark down there really. And now there's 7 or 8 over there who are doing really well. Very, very proud of them boys, but I was proud of the fact I was flying the flag on my own there for a while. So got to play with Mark in his debut. He debuted back in 2002. And then he moved on, but loved my time down under here.
And Salford this year, are you expecting big things? Maybe last year, maybe not.
I'd say more than likely my last year, but no, I really am. I loved my time. I loved last season. I loved every minute of it. We probably underachieved as a team. If you look at the squad we had, whereas now we've had a full pre-season all together. We've got a number of new signs as well. So I've got high expectations of the team and of the club, and really excited to be part of that.
Is it a competition was between you and JP who's going to retire first? We've just seen him throwing his money about. He's killed it this year. He's a smart bloke, isn't he?
He is a smart bloke.
He's had 2 testimonials in 10 years. Only player in the world to ever do that. He's beating you at the minute, wasn't he?
He is beating me. He's too smart when it comes to testimonials. But no, I wish him all the best in his testimonials. Good mates with JP, and in terms of who's going to last the longest, I think it might be a draw at the end of this year. I think we're both more than likely going to hang them up together.
Earl, have you had a testimonial yet?
Yeah, man, a couple of years ago. I'm on for a double testimonial.
No.
I'm going as long as I can. Well, JP and I'm also going up to 38. If I get to 32nd, I'm on a double testimonial. I've got to do that. I've got to pay a mortgage. Honestly, Danny Kerman's getting a wedding. I mean, that's expensive, but I can tell you what, a divorce is a lot more expensive.
I think, have you ever, you sold a gun this morning, you're technically an arms dealer, aren't you? You like a bit of shooting?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it actually. It's quite a strange one to talk about actually. I wasn't sure you were going to mention me selling a gun. Yeah, I'm into clay pigeon shooting. It's something that we did before, and it's just a hobby outside of playing rugby league. I think everyone needs something like that. It's like a stimulant for me. I need to get away from rugby, and clay pigeon shooting is the one for me. But selling a gun, I had to sell a Browning B725, and I got a decent price on it, so I was quite happy.
Something else that might stimulate you. You've got to write a book, I think, when you've had a life like yours, a career like yours, in the media. We're talking about JP and Moz, they're both written books. JP's only half the size of yours, Moz. And you know why? The reason being, he's saved a bit to release so he can cash in on a little bit. Now, Jamie Peacock's book, if you've not seen it, it's called No White Flag. Talks a little bit about his mentality. Moz put loads of thought into his title. It's called it Moz. I don't know if anybody's got it yet. It's short for Morley. Right. And I don't know if it's a Lancashire thing, but Longy did same as well, unfortunately. Would you ever write a book, and what would you call yours?
To be honest, I'd probably have to call it Crabby, wouldn't I, by the looks of it, unless I can think of something a little bit more clever, but, you know...
I think you could have Because I'm Worth It,
well,
with a hair flick.
There's definitely going to be some advertisements in there, I think. I think it might be a bit boring, wouldn't it? I don't think I'll be talking about trophies and anything that I particularly won, but it could be interesting. I think I'll have to make it more interesting. Now I'm divorced as well, I can make it a little bit more interesting.
Boys, it's going to be a very tough year. Some big players signed. Ashton Sims coming into the league. Moz, what do you reckon to Ashton Sims?
I think he's great for the competition. He's a big roughy tougher, and yeah, he's a character. So I think he'll be great for the Warrington side and be good to go up against him.
Also, Fui signed at Lee. Were you surprised, Mark, to see Fui signing in the Championship?
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. He bit of a cult figure back in Parramatta. He was. But I think he's getting on a little bit now. Don't know actually how old he is.
I dare you to tell him that. Well, it's funny because we actually went down to meet him this week, and he brushed Jonesy all day. I'd arranged the teammates with Liam Kay, Sam Barlow, and honestly, there's an X-rated version of that that's absolutely hilarious. And one day I'll be able to release it when we're off telly and we're old and stuff, and you'll have a good laugh. But Fui was supposed to be meeting JJB, and you were phoning him all day, and he brushed you, didn't it? And you got really upset.
I did, yeah. Typical Islander, just try to brush me and run off. He said, text me on the morning, we'll agree a time. So I texted him, I rung him 3 times. He got Sam Barlow, was it, to text us and tell us that he couldn't make it anymore. Yeah. But lo and behold, when we were training, he didn't have all on, he was just mincing about, so we grabbed him. I think we're going to have a look in a minute.
Right now, check this out. This is Fui Moi Moi meets JJB.
Here on Rugby AM, throughout the course of 2015, we're going to be speaking to some of the biggest personalities in world rugby, and there's none bigger physically and stature-wise than the Fui Moi Moi of Leeds Centurions. Fui, it's great to see you, pal. How are you?
Good to see you, mate.
Last time we met was over at Widnes, and you was filling me in with about 5 of them under the sticks there. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It was funny.
How's your time over at Lee been and being back in England?
It's great, mate. A few of the lads have been looking after me, so and the other club been great to me, so I'm so happy.
You've obviously been over here quite a few times, with big, strong performances for New Zealand and obviously Tonga as well, so you're not new to England, you're used to the cold weather and the rain. You've just been out in it today training, and it's not great outside, is it?
No, not really, mate. The weather's so cold over here, so I still learn to get used to it, so it's so good. So far, it's all right.
I think it's great that you've come over the English game, a big name like yourself. Obviously, there's a few people not surprised at Lee. Lee are a massive club going big places. But personally yourself, why was it Lee? What made you choose Lee?
Yeah, it was it was a hard decision for me to make. To come back and play their lower level. But my team back home, they talked to Tarek and few the ball in the board. So. Obviously they won last year the championship, so it make me really want to come here too. So obviously I went after the World Cup and you know, I had a few Tongan community live at Lee,
Yeah.
and plus, you know, I didn't know that. I didn't realise they have their Tongan history in this club, so you know, it make it easier for me to come here. So, you know, I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and you know, we're a good lad, good boys. You know, I'm having fun so far.
Absolutely. I've heard as well that you like your boxing. Boxing's taken off quite a bit in rugby league over here. There's a few lads putting the gloves on. My half-brother Austin Buchanan does a little bit himself. Is that something you fancy doing while you're over here, a few exhibition bits or charity bits?
Nah, nah, not really. I think I'm going to try about 40 at the moment over here. So, you know, I've got a big road to do in this club, and you know, obviously if I have a free time, I might get in there and do practice.
We're surrounded here by some pictures of some of your teammates there with recent success, and I think they're going a lot of places. A lot of people expect them to be in that £1 million game or even further, you know, getting right up to Super League. Just wanted to talk about the season coming up. What's your chances of getting there, and are you looking forward to getting involved in this new league system and having that opportunity to get promoted?
Yeah, I'm still learning. You know, this game obviously it's different compared to back home, and you know, we have our first 2 trial games, and you know, we won. So I think we had another 2 on the way. So you know, obviously we have a good young talented kids in our squad. Obviously a big Sam, and you know, it's a big talented kid. So you know, some young talented kids in the squad that, you know, I can't wait to play along them.
Every team's got its banter. We're going to do its teammates in a little while. I know you're really famous. If you look on YouTube, you see a really funny music video that talks about you pinching people's sandals. Just wondered, where did that come from? I think you call them double pluggers or whatever over in Australia. What's that all about?
No, that's funny back home, because you know, some of the boys they come in and take my phone. So I was just whoever next to me, I was just grab his phones and I take it home. So.
Last question, who's been probably the closest person that you've attached to? Who have you got a rapport with and become good friends with out of the Lee team?
Promise, like the whole lads are, you know, really close with all of them. So, you know, Sam, you know, Jamie, Acton, some of the young boys that in the forwards, they're really close. Same Walker. So we're really close. So, you know, we're a really close team here. Yeah. You know, it's like coming back home there. We're really tight. You know, obviously the boys are making me feel like I'm home, so it's really good.
Outstanding. Well, if I come across you this season, take it easy on me, won't you? Great to meet you. Not like over at Widnes last time. Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you. Time for a bit of fan interaction right now. Jonesy, how nice does this look? Super League trophy. Doubt you'll see it this year again, but it's one of them, isn't it? Right, we've got 2 fans who are going to join us on stage for a little game of charades with these fine 2 forwards tonight. Who's going to go first, Moz or Mark? Who wants to go first? Ladies first, go on then, Moz. Right, Moz, come round here with me and we'll get yourself a fan. Come on, mate, come up stage. What's your name? We've got Jay. Are you a Salford fan?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Who's your favourite player? Come into the light, come into the light. I'm getting told off in my ear. We've got Jay. Make some noise for Jay, people. Come on. You're a bit too quiet for me right now. Jay, who's your favourite player at Salford?
Harrison Hansen.
You're not supposed to say that. Who's your favourite player at Salford?
Sorry, Adrian Morley.
That's the one! Hey! Right, this is a really simple game of charades. So Moz is going to have some questions right here. Not questions. Some names of famous players. He has got to describe or mimic those players, and you've got to guess them, right? The person that guesses the most gets VIP tickets for tomorrow's Rugby League Rocks event down at Manchester Warehouse, the official RFL launch of Super League. All the top players will be there. Loads of VIPs. Michelle Keegan's going to be there. Just saying, I'm there for Michelle. But yeah, everyone's going to be there, so you can win tickets. You've got a minute to win it. So Moz, you cannot say the club, the shirt number, or the nickname. Everything else you can say. Jones is going to count you a minute. All you've got to do is guess from his clues. Come and stand with me, Jay. Come and stand with me. We don't want any cheating right now. Right, you ready?
There we go. He's nearly as old as me.
Jamie Peacock.
Hey! If you get something right, you got to cheer.
He's a dirty so-and-so. He's from, hang on, let me have a... He gets banned a lot.
Mickey McAlorum.
Yes. He's not a million miles away from you now.
James Jones Buchanan.
One of the smallest players in Super League.
Luke Robinson.
Yes. He worked for Sky Sports, former player.
Phil Clark.
Yes.
Killing it.
Same name. He just moved clubs recently.
Darryl Clark.
He's a star on Duper League. He from Cumbria. He.
How many did he get, Loz?
He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
6 out of 10. Make some noise for Jay. Jay and Moz go stand together on that side of the desk. Mark, we thought obviously you're new to England. Come stand round here, mate. So what we've done is we've got Justin, who built the desk. He's also a fellow Aussie. So we've got Justin. Get yourself up here. Please make some noise for Justin, the desk man. If anyone needs a desk or anything, building beds in their house, this is the man. You can get his number after the show, sort you out. Right, these are Aussie questions. Aussies.
Right.
We've got 2 Aussies on stage. We really don't want to see Aussies win, do we now? If you want to boo the Aussies, you can boo the Aussies after every answer. Look at Jonesy. Right, count it down.
Go! Alrighty, been sacked from a few clubs. Now
Carney.
Yep. Plays at my club, had his testimonial on the weekend. Jesus. Testimonial weekend, Hull, captain.
Gareth Health.
Can't say the position. English player playing for Canterbury.
James Graham.
Yep. Big New Zealander, big name, playing rugby union now. Played for Roosters.
Sonny Bill Williams.
Oh, can you say that, Roosters? Can you say that? Oh, cheating Aussies. Dirty cheating Aussies.
Cheating Aussies.
Dirty cheating Aussies.
Footy show, fan.
Bo Ryan.
Yep. My brother.
Anthony.
Bloke behind me on the panel.
Adrian Morley.
Yep. Killing it. This guy's not an Aussie. He's a Pommy.
Oh! How many did he get, Loz?
He got 5, even
Got
with
5.
a little cheat, yep.
Right, Jay, come down here. Minnie, thank you very much, mate. Right, I think you both did so well. You both get a set of tickets for tomorrow's event. If you want to get yourself down there tomorrow, do not forget Victoria Warehouse tomorrow night, the big RFL do. Please make some noise for Adrian Morley, Matt Minicello, and Earl Crabtree.
Nicky came back, not to be sniffed at. He'll be laugh, no laugh. Oh, they got no gold, they only laugh. Everyone likes coffee. I like coffee, the boys like coffee, and the boys like money. 2015, no season, no business, no network. It's all about the OG. Yeah, free, bro. Yeah, I've come to England cause to smash it up for Lee, bro. I'm gonna smash all the defenses, bro. Me and my brother Sambalo, bro. Jimmy Jones Buchanan, I'll kill you, bro. Last time I played you, Jonesy, I smashed you, bro. You went, and fooey. Boom. Check me out on Lee TV. Fooey, moi, over and out the steam train, bro. Choo-choo!
Wagga, another cracking Duper League there. Well done. Now it's time to meet our last 2 guests. On the end there we've got Stephen Ratchford, and on this other someone I know far too well, Chev Walker. Hi, husband.
Ratch, cheers for coming, mate. Really appreciate coming down at your spare time. You've come home. You are home officially. Here you are. Why did you leave, Ratch? Why did you leave? That one, sign him up. That one, sign him up.
Is that Ben?
Hey, he only wants 200 grand. How much you worth? How much you worth?
Well, what did he say before? 250 million, is he? Which Marwan said that? Was it?
John's the lad.
Mate, what's it like being back home? Obviously, Marlon's got some big aspirations. The club has gone a long way. The facilities are awesome. You ever think to yourself, what if I'd have stayed?
Yeah, obviously being here is a bit different to when I was at Salford at the Willows. Obviously, the stadium and all the facilities they've got now is, it's pretty, worlds apart really. But yeah, I suppose there's always ifs and buts in life. But yeah, at the moment I'm happy with the decision I've made, and I'm happy with where I am at the moment.
What you've been doing in the off-season, Warrington are obviously a fantastic team. You can't afford to have a slow start this year, and you expect Warrington to be right up there as good as they always are. Has they been putting you through your paces in this off-season?
Yeah, we've had a bit of a turnover in staff. We've got some new coaching staff, new conditioning staff. So, the conditioner's come in and trying to put his own mark on things. So it's been pretty tough. We've just had a week in Tenerife, so a bit of sun on the back and
living the dream.
Living the dream in Tenerife. But yeah, so we've had a tough week over there. Come back and we had a game against Hull KR last week, and the boys looking pretty sharp.
What do you do in Tenerife? That's tough.
Where we stay, it's full of Germans and Italians, and if you want to get a sunbed at 7 in the morning, you are up at the crack of dawn. So no, it's been good. Like I say, it's been tough, but it's what we've needed. The last couple of years we've not got off to great starts, and this year with the new format, we can't afford a slow start, and we've got to hit the ground running.
I think you've signed really well this year. I think Daz Clark and Ashton Sims are massive signings. How's the squad looking?
Yeah, we're looking good. Like you say, we've lost we lost a great hooker, but we've signed a great hooker in Clark. And Moz said it before, with Ashton coming in, we've got a bit of roughy toughy, I think Moz called him, coming in. So yeah, the squad's looking good. We've been disappointed with the way we've finished probably the last 3 years of the 2 grand final defeats. So yeah, all the boys are ripping in, and like I said, we can't wait to get started.
Can I ask you, mate, honestly, were you disappointed not to play for England this year? Is it just not a waste of time?
Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. Obviously, going into the Samoa game, he picked his 17 and they come away with a win. And as you know, most weeks if the team get a win, they're not going to change the 17. And obviously, we're pretty unlucky against Australia not to have that try in the last minute. But yeah, going into the New Zealand game, I thought I might have half a chance of getting a run off the bench, and obviously it didn't happen. So yeah, it was pretty frustrating, but I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had. Obviously being in the squad and the experience I've took from that has been great for me. But yeah, the frustration of not playing it's pretty high.
Did you send Mac a Christmas card?
I don't think we're better discussing that now, but I must have the wrong address, let's just say that.
Chev, how you doing, brother? You all right?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Bad year last year in the fact you got relegated.
Yep.
Because now you're skipper. So you've told me no more drinking, no more nights out with the boys, because now you're a skipper.
I'm avoiding you, Jonesy.
Super serious.
Sorry, Simon. I got married 2 years ago. Got stopped 2 years ago before I was captain. So, no, it's a new role, new league, new journey. Totally looking forward to it. Jimmy's laid out what he wants from us, and I'm the bridge between the staff and him. So we're building towards that.
And you didn't go to Tenerife, did you? Where did you go?
We went to Wimbish Army Camp, running around with dead dummies.
Nice.
Yeah, we're good.
Is it right that Jimmy's at work every day at 4:30?
Yeah. The man doesn't sleep. He's crazy. I reckon if he could get his books on and play, he'd be out there with us. He's non-stop. He's full fat, as you'd call it.
Full fat?
Yeah, full fat. Cares about the club he is, Bradford, and he's bringing the best to the club.
What do you reckon this season? He obviously are the favourites to go up. I think it's going to be a tough league. I'll be honest, I wasn't overly impressed when you played Leeds. I I didn't think Bradford played. I were hoping Bradford would play really well. I thought they were a bit flat.
Exactly. And that's the message that we got from Jimmy. Jimmy's disappointed with us. Me as a senior bloke, disappointed with it. We sold ourselves short. Second half we were a little bit better.
Yeah.
So at the two friendlies we've got decent halves in either of them games, but not the full package. So, but it's 15th of February that we need to be right, and I'm sure we will be.
What a game at the start of the season.
I know, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, if you've got Lee, sure you've got
Lee,
to start
yeah,
well,
Lee, yeah, well, exactly. Everyone's got to start well this year.
Yeah. How important is that first game in terms of sending a message out to the rest of the competition?
Massive. It's massive. Everyone's looking for a scalp. But Lee went last year. I think they only lost one game, well, two, including us in the Challenge Cup. So they've set the platform. But we're not scared. We're not scared of the challenge, and we've worked hard from October 1st to get out there and get a win. And that's what we're aiming to do.
You're one of the most emotionally intelligent people I've ever met. People just love being around you because of the vibes you give out. How's things changed between you and lads since you've become captain? Has it changed, or now that you're a bit more of an authority figure?
Yeah, a little bit. People used to come and have a bit of an agony aunt. People used to come and talk to me about everything. I've noticed this time that they're a little bit standoffish, but there's no reason to be. I'm the same person. I was picked as captain because of what I do at training, not because of our play or anything. It's just how I apply myself. So there's no reason to be any different around me, and I'm just working on that with them.
Right, and we've got a new challenge this year, Wagger. Obviously, your Dupe League's been killing it last year. We needed something for the boys to interact with. So any player out in amateur the game or professional game, we've set a kicking challenge, designed by Kev Brown. And basically, I know, that were a bad choice, wasn't it? He had a shocker as well. But yeah, we've come up with this kicking challenge, and any player can do it, amateur or professional, and you can send your footage in. And we're also going to be doing stuff like, if you've got, when you go and watch, like, I watch my son's under 8s, and you go watch him, and there's always one kid who's outstanding. You know what I mean? We're going to have a section of the show where people can send videos like super kids in as well. I think that'll be quite a nice touch for this season. But this kicking challenge, Steph, I want you to watch the VT now. And we're going to explain what it's all about, and then you're going to have a go for it next week. Is that right? Next week. He brushed us last week. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, this season's Rugby AM Kicking Challenge goes out to all the amateur clubs, all professional clubs, and we are going to find out who is the best kicker in England, whether it's amateur or professional. Check this out, Rugby AM Kicking Challenge. Jonesy, where are we and what we're doing?
We're in the Vikings at Alton Stadium. We're doing a kick challenge.
We're going to find the best kicker in the country, could be amateur, could be professional, and these are the kicks you need to nail to be the kicking champion of 2015. First kick is the good old 40-20.
Inside the 40, and it's a 40. Oh my God. Wow. It's a 40-20.
Kick it into touch. There you go. 40-20 is kick number 1. Second kick of the kicking challenge, it's a toughie. You've got to have the stamina and the height. So what it should be like a 50-metre kick from the halfway, place kick over the goals.
But this is a real hard one. It's all about accuracy, as you can say. Toe bag it as hard as you can for me, but I'm just front row.
Thurston's kick is lovely.
Third kick of the challenge is the touchline kick. Ball's got to be placed on the touchline, anywhere up and down the touchline, and you've got to get it between the posts for a conversion from right on the edge of the touchline. There's loads of kickers that do this in Super League. Who does it best for you?
My favourite one's going to be Sneed. Sneedy run. He's facing this way for kick. He's looking towards the crowd. He's got his back to the post, and he turns around and...
Not anything like that.
He seems to have gone sideways on now a little bit as he looks at the ball and the posts, and he takes a little step back, then approaches the ball.
He's kicked it.
And he's nailed it. Well, Hull FC will take it, the fans will take it, Lee Radford will take it, and certainly Sneed will.
This is the 50-point kick. It is the old bend it like Beckham, like the kids are doing, and you've got to put the ball on the corner spot. As long as it goes between the posts, bending it in. So if you think you're as good as Jonathan Thurston, give the 50-point kick a go right from the corner flag. Fifth kick of the kicking challenge is the much beloved grubber kick. Very simple, Jonesy. What do they have to do on this kick?
Well, I see people put grubber kicks in all the time. The most frustrating thing as a forward is when they kick it too long, kick it too hard, they get a tap 20, you've all got to run back 30 metres. This is one of them times in life when it's better off too short than too long. And the next kick is a wrong foot drop kick. It's for those who are ambidextrous, can use the right side of the brain and work the left side of the body, demonstrated here by Sir Alex Simmons. Have it.
The 6th kick of the kicking challenge. It's a bit of fun. Basically, you place the ball on the 20 on a kicking tee. It's a conversion, and you can even use your mum's mop. It's called the pole kick. Jonesy, show them what you have to do. 10 times round the pole. No. Do it properly. 10 times round, that's it. Round the pole. And then when you've done it 10 times, you run to the ball straight away, try and kick it, and you normally fall over. Very funny. And see if you can nail a pole kick conversion from 20 metres out.
The next kick is a drop out under the sticks. This happens when your grubbers are too long instead of too short. Big falls like myself have to go under the sticks, drop it out and go chase it. Demonstrated by Alex Simmons.
Wow, look at this line dropout. It ends up 75 metres downfield.
And the final one is a grubber kick made up by Kev Brown himself. And the aim is to use the inside of your foot to put a grubber kick from the end of the field, bend it round and under the sticks in between. It's 40 points for this kick, it's that tough. Not like that, Simo.
That was absolutely terrible. But if you want to do better, get involved with the Rugby AM Kicking Challenge this year. Just film your mates on your amateur clubs, send it in to us, and let's see who is the best kicker. Is it a professional? Is it an amateur? Some great kickers. Who's the best kicker you've ever played with?
Kevin, my friend Sinfield.
Loves him, doesn't he? Loves to say Kev. Well, for a start, I didn't have my boots on. That's all I'm saying. If I'd had my boots on, I'd have been sound and kicked it. Well, you used to kick back in the day.
Yeah, I did back in the cast days, mate.
Back in the cast days. You're going to have a go? We'll come down to Dewsbury,
yeah, of course
film the boys. Mate. You only get one shot at each kick. How do you reckon you'll get on Ratch?
Pretty tough. It is a tough gig. Do we all get to do it on the witness pitch, or that's unfair advantage on there, is it?
It's good surface. There's been a lot said about the witness pitch. Do you like playing on it?
I'm not too fussed. I know there's quite a lot of lads not a big fan of it. Mainly just with, I don't know, might have past injuries, knees, backs. Obviously, it's not a great surface.
You mustn't be getting tackled enough. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. I'm a nice. I stand out wide doing nothing. So, but no, there's a few lads have complaints. But I mean, for Warrington, it's a pretty good pitch to play on. We like playing fast, and I don't think there's any other pitch you can play as fast on. So yeah, for us, it's a pretty good pitch, and we usually get a good result there.
Wagger, you've got a big season coming on. You've been brave enough to Duper League, Fui Fui Moi Moi, when you've got to play him. Now, normally you Duper League and Super League players, and you've gone for Fui Fui. And I know that he's not happy about it for a start. Are you a little bit scared?
Well, no, not really, just because the Kiwi guys have got a lot of Kiwi friends. Vinny Anderson, Palestina, they all know it's just a bit of banter. I only have to play Fui twice, so hopefully I won't be selected. I'll probably be injured, as I normally am, Simo. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, it's only a bit of banter, and I'm sure we'll shake hands and we'll have a good laugh.
Are you excited this season for Dewsbury? It's going to be interesting, because you've got a great little club there. We came down for Austin Buchanan's testimonial. I was blown away by the sense, 1,400 fans for a testimonial for Austin against the great Salford team as well. Mowan, and they lost that day. Mowan were spitting feathers. We were going to do an interview with him, and he was not happy at all.
Yeah.
At all.
No, it was a good hit out, and it was great for Austin to get that many people there, and thanks to the Salford fans that did come across to support Austin. And yeah, it's a nice little family club. Like, game day is all about all my family. My mum and dad come, my wife came, and my nieces, and all the family get down there, and we have a few beers after the game and make a day of it. And we've got London tomorrow in a friendly. That'll be a tough hit out to see where we're at against a full-time outfit. We've got a lot of quality around the park.
Yeah, Matt Mathers is down there this year. He's loving London Life Chef. Now, you've been away from home, and you played down, obviously, in Bath, and Sam Burgess is down there as well, and it's interesting. Do you think it will be a successful transition, and do you actually think it's a good move for a rugby league player to make to Union?
There's loads that have failed, loads that have. There's only probably Jason Robinson that's actually gone and made it in the English side, and then obviously you look at Wendell Saylor and Lloyd Takiri in the Aussie team. But Sam's a freak. He's He's an absolute athlete. He'd be an asset to any team, to be honest. So he's got everything there to make it, and he's in a great setup there at Bath. We've got an ex-rugby league coach in the ranks and surrounded by a few rugby league players, so there's no reason that he can't settle in and go to the next level.
Yeah, I hope for him he'll do well.
I'm sure he will.
He's a great competitor. Jonesy, it's interesting to see Sammy performing down there. Were you disappointed to see him leave and go to Union?
I'm not disappointed. I'm not going to judge him. He wants to challenge himself, and I don't think you can get much higher in a sporting career, certainly in England, than playing for England Rugby Union in the World Cup. And I think he's also flying the Rugby League flag as well. As you know, any time you ring Sam Burgess, he'll come down to Dewsbury Motor, his amateur club, he'll do an interview. He's just one of the lads in here, Wagger. I think he's one of your best mates, and he's never going to change. And for me, the Rugby Union people are just going to see how much of a star he is, and how down to earth and willing to give back the Rugby League boys are anyway.
Yeah, his sound is Virgil. Like I say, he'll do anything for anyone. He keeps in touch with all the boys who he's played with and all his amateur clubs, and he'll do out for anyone. So
while we're talking about good people as well, I just want to thank Lee Centurions and Widnes Vikings for letting us on their pitch. Getting on the pitch at this time of year when it's all wet and muddy, it's pretty tough, and you're not allowed to take breaths in some rooms, in some grounds. So thank you very much to Lee Centurions and Widnes Vikings.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone tonight who's made an effort to come down. We've got one more section to go, and don't forget at the end of the show you'll have your chance to post questions to Marwan, to a couple of panel members, and also to Blake Solly. So if you want to have a think about any questions you want to ask, Jones will be going out to the audience with a mic, and you can ask anything at all. No all's bad. This is Rugby AM, don't forget that. One thing I've been really impressed with this week is the new video for promoting the great game of Rugby League. If you haven't seen it, we're all going to have a look at it now. This is called The Time Is Now.
So thanks to Chev and Stefan there. We're joined back on the panel now by Danny and Marwan.
Yeah, boys, I'd like to thank everyone for coming down tonight. I know it's been a long night, and I know you've all been really patient and listened to us. We really appreciate all your support this year for Rugby AM. Jones, it's a big year coming forward for us.
It is. I think it could be one of the best years we've had for a long time. The new league structure, some really competitive teams, people like Marwan throwing loads of new ideas up, people like Blake Solly listening to it and putting it on that table. Rugby League's a fantastic place to be, and really looking forward to being a part of it.
I'd like to say good luck, Wagger, with the new baby as well. Excited.
Yeah, week tomorrow the due date, Simo, so that's why I brought
Well, she's
Kim the
disappeared. I
wife
hope
along.
she's not gone into labour somewhere.
Yeah, I hope she's not going into labour, mate.
Where is she?
I don't know, she's disappeared, mate. She could well be in labour.
Oh,
mate.
don't do that to her. Twitching already.
Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl, mate?
No, I ain't got a clue.
What do you want, though?
I'm happy either or, as long as it's
You want
healthy.
a boy, though,
If it's anything to go by this panel, it's going to be a boy because we
Yeah.
only produce boys on this panel.
Yeah,
As long as it's healthy, I'm happy, Simo. But
Any advice to him as a new father, Marwan?
Rest as much as you can now, mate.
I'd say save as much as you can now, mate, because they are expensive. Kermo, you're starting off your season against Cass. It's kind of a good marker for you. Cass did really well last year, so are you excited for that game?
Yeah, very excited. I think there's a real buzz about the start of the season this year. Just driving across, there's billboards everywhere, you know, advertising the game, which is great to see. And starting with a massive derby against Castleford, always love playing in them games, and you know, get quite a bit of stick from the Cass fans that don't really like us, but looking forward to it. It's going to be enjoyable.
Marwan, you've got a tough start to the season, Warrington and St Helens. What? Well, I want to say, are you confident in winning both? And if you don't win them both, are you still going to be confident for the season?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Look, it is a tough start. You've got to play St Helens and Warrington sometimes, and you know, it's not bothered about how tough games they are, what tough games they're going to be. As long as the boys play as hard as they've been training, we're confident we'll do well.
Right, I'd like to say thanks to everyone tonight.
Before we do, wait, you getting married in how many days?
Oh, mate, don't. 3 weeks on Monday, I get married.
So you could be a married man by the time we next see you.
Yeah, I'll be under lock and key, officially wifed off. So yeah, very excited. World record wedding as well, breaking a couple of world records, most ushers and most bridesmaids. So I'm not a normal person, so why have a normal wedding? That's what I say. It should be interesting. And yeah, but I'd like to thank the boys tonight because the boys make Rugby AM. They come down here for nothing. Mark Minicello, thank you very much, mate. Good luck with the season at Hull, mate, and all the codheads. Also, good luck to Earl Crabtree and Adrian Morley, everybody. When the cameras went down, you all watching the VT, Steph Ratchford let over and went, I wish I were at Salford. I really wish I were at Salford. So make some noise for Steph Ratchford. Now, we're going to say bye-bye now, and it's a chance to go get a pint. And then, don't worry, I'm going to say bye to Chev in a minute. Don't worry, look at you. Don't forget Chev, don't forget Chev. He's my best man, I can't forget him. Best man at the wedding. Also, thank you, Chev Walker. I love you, Chev. I love you, man. Jonesy, anyone else you want to thank?
I think you said it all, haven't we?
Blake Solly, but he's coming back. Yeah, what a legend Blake Solly is, to be fair. Right, everybody, check us out every single month on Premier Sports. This show goes out on a Wednesday night, I think, this year. I hope it's a Wednesday night, otherwise we'll look really stupid, I'm pretty sure. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to Salford, to Martin Vickers, and mainly to Marwan for everything. We've been Rugby AM, we've had a great time. Thank you very much.